Hello, this is Rob. Wanted to finish up. I'm doing a video on the Nautilus Plus by Matronics. So this is the unit here. These are the filters. So this thing, I'm going to show you a little video on it, and I'll tell you at the end what I think. All right. So it pretty well climbs up the sides. I have a PebbleTech pool. This is its 4th run. So running it 4 times. I had some mortar work done and had the joint Sitka, the expansion joint redone, and had quite a bit of mortar in the pool here and there from all the cutting and everything. So this thing's running away right now. I just restarted it. It's never been hung up on the steps or anything either. So I've been happy with that. You can see it there climbing up to the edge. Once that climb out, but it really starts to get around the stairs and everything. It's quite amazing. So anyway, I'll let this run one more time, but basically I have it set up to run. Just push the button and it goes 2.5 hours, and you get stuck. It has a routine in there. I don't know exactly how it all is working, but I had one I bought. I ran it 2 years and then I lost it in a fire, so I lost my shed and we're rebuilding it. Now we got to repaint it though. That's my pool equipment anyway, so I had to buy a new Dolphin. When I looked on Amazon, it had some of the best ratings and the most amount of ratings. So this is the shed, the pool shed. And then bought another one of these, so this is its 3rd year in service. I've never had any issues with it, so just wanted to do a little review on it, and I'm very pleased with it. I think it's a lot cheaper. My pressure pump stopped working. My Polaris had a really nice Polaris, and things get old, and I really think for the price this is the way to go, especially not having to run the pressure pump. Let's see what happens if I try to look underneath, huh? Supposed to be waterproof. Alright. Okay, well, let her run. We'll let her run. Doing his job. My GoPro. Okay, I ran the Nautilus. I'm getting ready to clean the filters. So I just want to give you an idea of what we have here. So that's how dirty, well, they're yellow, you can tell now, but I'm going to be rinsing them out and we'll show you. And then this is the fine stuff that this thing gets. So if I look inside here, look at all this right here. See? That is what's just fine. It'll get fine. I had some mortar work done, but it's cleaning it up. But this thing gets some really fine stuff, and all the dog hairs, of course. So it does a really fine job of that. Let's do this. Let me see if I can set this up. See how dirty it is. Yeah. Okay. Here. Okay. So I basically get this going. Dirty that water is. That's a big difference. You have that, you have the white, and this is the dirt. So anyway, we got to clean them out real well. Doesn't take very long. Two. What I've got here. And this is the next one. Pretty dirty. Pretty nasty. Okay. Okay, so that's really what's going on. So you can see it gets the bigger stuff all the way down to, see how fine that. This is really fine stuff that it'll pick up. So now I just have to put the filters back together. They're pretty easy to put together. It's basically, you know, this is the outside of the filter. You put it together, make sure that's flipped over like that, and then same thing, they go a certain way like this. Looking at the tabs in there, make sure they're in, tight in, they are. That's it, and then you click them like that, like so. That should do it. I don't like how this is sitting on this side, but this one has a crack in it. I dropped it, unfortunately, but I'm probably gonna have to order another one. Yeah, I don't like how that, there. Yeah. Not quite. I'll try it on the other side and see what happens. Let's see if this other side works better, if it's just a filter, because it's got a break in it. These are the fine filters. They have ones, I guess, when you have leaves and stuff in the fall. Just clean. Make sure that thing's not tucked over. I think it'll be okay. Like that. Yeah, this one is probably gonna have to order another one. Anyway, so but that's basically the skin. I put it back together. That. Yep. That's it there. Now we can put it back in the unit. Alright. Alright, let's go head back and turn the hose off. There we go. Alright, hose is off. Alright, let's go back over to, I've already ran it twice, so the pool's looking actually pretty good. Sun off of it. You just push the button and off it goes. Starts up. More time here. Okay, this thing has run for another 2.5 hours. That's about the length it runs. So I end up usually pulling it out, stretch it back out, see what it looks like this time. So pull the cable one-handed up close. You want to grab the handle on it. You don't want to pull it out of the water with the power cord, really. So what I do is I usually get it So it's just floating nicely. And then grab it by the handle, let it drain a little bit, and then throw it over here. Yeah, I gotta take out the filters. There's been a lot of debris in it. You'll see when I do that, you can see all the sand in there. You know, there's a lot of light sand, so I tip it over on its side and get it out of there. Unfortunately, yeah. So anyway, you can see all that sand in there. So what I'm going to do is I use a simple. I don't have my hose real handy. At any rate, this is a real important bit. So next time you want to run it, so I end up just taking my lid for my, you know, like that. Tilt it out, get it out of there. So I basically want to clean it. It's got a lot of there. So that's pretty clean now. I want to make sure it stays clean. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and let's see what these filters have done this time. This is the third run, I think it is now. So let me put you on pause here. The big thing I like about these things, I just have to say, they get some really seriously fine stuff in them. So it's really good to see that happening. You hear the hawk flying by. So let's go ahead and take a look here. And you got the dog hair, of course, and then you got some really fine stuff in there. You can probably see that we got to clean out. So this thing, with these fine filters, there's filters for evidently leaves and stuff, and then, you know, after the summer goes in and you have this fine stuff in there, these things really are quite impressive. So at any rate, it just amazes me what it picks up. And it's a good thing. So you keep running it. I could probably even run it again. This is the third time and it's still picking stuff up. Pebble Tech pool. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and wash these out. I'm going to show you how the power connection is. So yeah, I definitely recommend this sweep. It's an awesome sweep. My other pool sweep was getting to a point where it needed to be rebuilt, and the pressure pump was leaking a little, so I went ahead and took the dive into and did reviews on Amazon. So this here is the power unit here. Did some reviews on Amazon, and everybody seemed to really love the unit. It just kind of screws in here, the power unit. Let me see if I can get that in. There we go. That's all set. Because there's no controls on this. You know, you don't need to have controls. So what happens is let me plug it in here. It's not plugged in yet. Okay. I don't want to turn it on yet. The sweep is not in the pool. So my pool's about 36 feet long. Pretty good sized pool. So cable's plenty long, you know, depending on where you plug it in at yet. I just throw it in the pool. Anyway, and then you push the button. It runs 2.5 hours. It runs different patterns, I guess. I've been real happy with it. And then to start her up, now you got the lights here. Basically what you see is you click this and you'll see these lights start flashing. And that's it. Just let it. I'm going to finish this video up with a summary. So this is the Nautilus CC Plus Dolphin. It's by Maytronics. So I'm going to give you a little really close up of this thing. So in these compartments are the filters, which are clean. Getting ready to make a run with it again. So here's what it looks like inside. There's a major fan that runs here that pushes this thing down. It rolls around on those tracks. He's got these rubber tracks. Got these rubber pieces here. And I have to tell you, after about little rollers here, getting a little scuffed up here, you know, but this thing, there's the Maytronics. Yeah. Matronics. So you can get this on Amazon. I have to tell you that this thing is phenomenal, and I think I've made it a couple times in the video. Actually, I need to clean these. So this is like the 4th run, which you can kind of see the very fine stuff in there. So I'll have to clean these. You see me clean them early in the video, but I wanted to kind of show you a close-up of this rig. So it's basically, and you know what, I've had it running 2 years and it's hardly any wear on this thing. It's got these little foam pads. Everything looks really good. My other one I had running 3 years, I lost in a fire up here in Northern California. I bought another one, and I tell you what, it is a phenomenal cleaner. It has 2 different filter sets. I never used the other ones, evidently they're for more leafs. I use the fine ones. I have a PebbleTech pool. So what I'm getting at with a PebbleTech is, it's super rough on things. As far as, I used to have a Polaris sweep, Platinum. I mean, a really nice one, and I started getting a leak at the pump, so I decided, you know what, it's time to switch. This thing uses a lot less electricity. It cleans the fines way better than the other regular pressure pump pool sweep. And so I went to this unit, and I haven't been unhappy. But my point is, with the Polaris sweeps, I have experience with that, so that's what I'll stick with. But I mean, after a season or two, the wheels are about ready. You have to replace them, because the PebbleTech really tears things up. Now, if you have a plaster pool, you're better off, of course, of smoother. But this pool's like 10 years old, and these are supposed to last 20-30 years. This PebbleTech, it's just beautiful looking. At any rate, it's rougher on equipment. So that's what I wanted to give you, you know, a little close-up of this baby. Has great reviews on Amazon, and that's what I have to say on it. All right.